Well, howdy folks, got the new steam machine in, so we are going to unbox this thing, see what's in it, and then we'll hook it up here in a little bit, put some water in it, and we'll give it the old testaroo excuse me, on the Suzuki. So let's see what all is in the box here. Instructions. Those might come in handy. Okay, piece of cardboard. I have a box here. These are all of the different cleaning attachments. Little spray nozzles. Another spray nozzle. An assortment of different little wands. They don't look like they spin. I think they're just cleaning brushes. No, that's a stiff one. It's a stiff brush. These are a little softer. So the black ones are stiff. The gray ones are not stiff. I guess these are little, like little crevice tools. Here, let's see if I can put this on here. So yeah, that fits over that. So you can direct your steam. That nice, come in handy for those nooks and crannies. And then we have a bigger one for like carpet. So cool, we got parts. I don't know about using these brushes on the bike, but it might come in handy with a car. Okay, and then we have a wand, which is attached to the cleaning machine. Hold on a minute, there's something else down here. Oh, there's a bucket and a rag, a measuring cup, which I may have to read instructions here, folks, because I don't know what the measuring cup's for. Let's see if I can get this out of here without dropping it, because I'm holding the camera. See if I can move this. My other hand. I would have thrown that on the floor over there. We'll throw that in the box. Okay, so it does come with a fairly long steam wand. And I'm guessing, let's see if I can set you down here. See if you can see the wand here. There's that. So I'm guessing you take one of these tips and you push it in like so. There's a little thing on the top, which I'll show you here in a sec. You just knob off here. Okay, so yeah, that's how this goes. That just snaps right on there, a little button clips it into place. This is called the AutoRight, and I will put a link in the description if this thing actually works good. And you fill it up there. I'm guessing that's probably what the little funnel's for. And we have a power button, and then I'm guessing that is the accessory container. Let me put you down again. Can't pop that up. There we go. Oh yeah. Get you back over here. It kind of, we got a little tray here. Oh, and that's molded plastic in there for all your pieces to fit in. So yeah. I don't know how much water this thing holds. Let's look at the box. That I promptly threw on the floor. Says it's 55 psi, pert near 300 degrees, 1500 watts. Max pressure is 55 watts, continuous steam. It holds 40 ounces. It's got an 8-foot hose, 8-foot power cord, and it is ETL listed safety wise, which is always good to know. And it says removes tough stains and sticky residue. Hey, like decals when you take them off, or vinyl. I wonder if it, yeah, I did this when I took vinyl stickers off our shop van the other day. I could have had this instead of using Goo Gone or whatever it is I used. So let me go get some water, guys, and I'll get 40 ounces and come back and probably set this up on the tripod so I can have both hands free, and we'll see how long it takes to generate some steam. So be right back. Alright, I'm back with 2 cups right there. Little Starbucks cups. Measured them out. They're 20 ounces each. So let's pour this in here and see what kind of mess we can make. Hold on a minute. I gotta set a timer for my dinner. There we go. 10 minutes. And my dinner will be done. Okay, so let's go ahead and pour some in here. So it says it holds 40 ounces. Oh, she's thirsty. And honestly, I have lowered expectations for what this will do. But it was $88 on Amazon Prime, so it does indeed hold 40 ounces. And it comes with a fancy cloth of sorts. So put our lid back on here. We will deal with putting the attachments in the case later. So let me get my extension cord over here. We're going to plug it in. And I did not read any instructions. Sorry guys. You know. But this ought to work well enough. So I guess you just plug it in. And I think it said like 10 minutes. So you press and hold that button and let it steam up. Now from where I'm sitting or standing, my bike, the bike is right kind of behind me, so we can actually kind of spin this around. There. And that should work. So we do have the wand here, and I guess you, okay, I'm looking at the wand here, so you have to, yeah, that little red thing down here, it's a lock, so you have to push it up to be able to get steam, and then you just pull the trigger. So I hear it boiling. It's making noises. So let's see here. That was about a minute or so after I set my timer for my dinner. So we are at 7 minutes. I don't think the box states how long it takes. Well, continuous runtime is 35 to 40 minutes. Of course, it shows all these parts in a car, but it doesn't actually show an engine. So, like I said, I have lowered expectations that it'll actually get the grease and stuff off of these parts. And I don't know what the different heads do. One is round and the other one, this one's kind of oval. Oh, okay, so they're both the same, but what is the difference between the two heads? Does one generate more steam? And did I just trip a breaker? because it stopped. Yes, it tripped my breaker on my little power strip over there. So I may have to, because this is 1500 watts, so it may take more power than that little power strip can handle, so I may have to, yeah, it keeps tripping my breaker. So let's see. I did not expect that, but I mean, it'll run my heat gun on high for a pretty good amount of time. So no worries. I got other outlets in here, guys. We'll just plug it in directly to an outlet if my cord will reach, which it's not going to. Oh, and it does have a carry handle. How convenient. Alright, so let's move. I'm going to move this over here and set it on the ground. Or set it on top of this box. I'll show you once I get plugged in over here. Okay, so we're still on. As you look into nothingness. So we've got it plugged in over there. So, yeah, that wand will reach. I can still leave you guys over here. And I'll take you off the tripod once I get steamed up. So while we're waiting for it to steam up, let's look at these nozzle heads and see what it says. One's a squeegee, jet nozzle, and utility brushes. So the jet nozzle is just a little piece that sits off. Then there's a crevice tool. That must be, they're not marked. So for example, this piece right here that I'm looking at, there's no markings on them. Or maybe it's just another head. Does it look the same as the other one? Let's see here. I'm going to untangle myself. The worst luck with cords. There we go. Okay, but these heads are different. So we'll try them both, guys, because I don't know which is which. But I was looking in here and seeing how, if it states how long to heat up. It doesn't say. It don't really say in the manual. See if we got any steam though. We got no steam yet. So it's still building. Alright. So alright, I'm going to let it build up some steam and then I'll be right back. So don't go nowhere. Alright, I let it heat up. Actually, I did read the instructions and it says it heats up in about 8 minutes. But before we test these guns out, let me point out that make sure, because I was doing something else and I heard water spewing, make sure that cap in the back there where you put the water in, make sure it is really down good and tight. So otherwise you will have water spewing everywhere like I did. Okay, so got you back on the pod over here. Let's hit the button here, see what kind of steam we got from this head. That's just, there we go. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's put this other head on. and see if it makes any kind of difference. Okay, so note to self, when you first turn it on, aim it away from something and spew all the water out of it. Okay, so here is the longer wand. Let's see what that does. You know, honestly, I can't tell much of a difference. So let's put the little one back on, and I'm going to take you off the tripod, and I'm going to kind of try to hold the camera while we test this. See what kind of results we get. Okay, so let me unscrew you here. Okay, so hopefully we'll have some good light and we'll be able to see. Okay, so we are in this area right here, and as you can see, it is just plumb nasty gunky. So what I'm going to do is, where my finger is, that's part of where the fender wraps over. So let's kind of back up here, because I don't know if I get water everywhere. Okay, we're ready. I am just kind of going over different areas here, see what it gets off. And it does push some stuff away. I mean, some of that thicker stuff I really didn't have too high expectations for. So, but some of this more mild stuff, because now we can. Let me set you up here for a minute. We're going to get this other head, and we're going to try it. See if it makes any noticeable difference. And yeah, careful when you take them nozzles off. They are a bit warm. So, okay, we are locked into place there. Let's see if this one. This is the bigger head now. Let me get it back off the seat here. And see if the bigger head does any different. Moving some of the grease, but my other thought was like this spot right there. See what that does. Yeah, it is blowing it away. It just doesn't, the really thick stuff, you know, and I did contemplate spraying it with some degreaser first to see if it would help loosen it up. So let's try down in here. Well, that I did clean it some, so that's definitely helping. That's kind of comical. It blows it everywhere. Okay, so Now we're going to go down inside here, see what it does. That definitely, yeah, it does clean. Guys, it does. I mean, without a doubt, I mean, it'd take you a little bit, but I mean, it does seem to work. I mean, does it work the greatest? No, but like I said, you know, I mean, it'd be kind of nice if it had the pressure, say, your pressure washer has, and shot steam out like that. Well, then it would definitely blow the crap right off, but for what it is, I guess I can't complain. I need to get, let me get a small screwdriver so we can kind of scrape. Let me get two. And see, you know, if it does anything with helping to loosen up, I know you're sideways, guys, some of this stuff. So we got this here. I mean, I'm still having to scrape, but this right here is pretty. See, that's actually pretty loose now, whereas before it was pretty caked on. So that's an improvement. And then, like right in here, in this case here, that stuff, you can't really get to it with a brush, but I don't know. Definitely feels like it's a little bit cleaner. Let's try hitting it again. And let me set you here for a second, because I'm gonna put that short wand back on. Oh, that's hot. Hot plastic, hot, very hot water. So, note to self, you know, be careful. Let's put this short one back on, get it down this area here, and see if that makes any difference again. So let me get you back up here. And I apologize, but this steam, it goes everywhere, so that's I can't control that, but. Well, I think if you're patient with it and give it time, let's try this area right here where I've got the tip of this nozzle, and kind of push it right on it and see if it moves it away. Okay, that is actually working fairly decent. So maybe maybe what? Maybe the, well, I didn't try pushing the other head down. So let's swap it back again. Gotta let that nozzle cool down for a second. Oh, that water's hot. And of course I'm wearing shorts, so live and learn, right? Okay, now we got this big wand back on here, and okay, if you see right here, I had the actual nozzle sticking up on there, you know, pushing up, you know, touching the plastic while I was doing that. So let's try this big one here on this nut, because it looks, let's see here. Okay, so you can see me scraping that line off there. Let's see if this blows it off. It did kind of blow it off. Better than I expected. So, okay, so I do not have my degreaser in a bottle at the moment, so we will have to try another test with that. Put some in a squirt bottle, let it sit for a minute or two. Here's a chain. Let's see what it does to a chain. A little bit. Is it the greatest? Nope. But it might help somewhat. I'm trying to find another area to clean that we can see fairly well. I mean, I kind of got down in there already. But let's try that nut head. There is writing in there. It says made in Japan, so it is actually cleaning. You can see the Suzuki symbol. So let's see this little knot right here. Well, I definitely say try the degreaser. So I'll have to put some into a spray bottle and see how that works. I am probably fogging up the lens something terrible. Yes, I am. Let's see if that dries off there. There, a little better. So yeah, I mean, like I said in the beginning, I had lowered expectations for this. So I'm not too upset. I mean, I think it works okay, and I think it can work better with a little more help. But I mean, it does work. I mean, it actually cleans. So some of this stuff is so, I mean, I don't know, I'll have to look at this video here, but I mean, some of this stuff is so thick, and I had scraped some of that with a screwdriver. But I mean, you know, I can only expect so much. But like I said, I am going to spray some degreaser on it. Maybe I'll pause this for a bit, make me up some, let it sit for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. And I think we'll focus on this area right here, because that's pretty thick still. Alright, so let me make up some stuff, spray it on here, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm using this RD degreaser, which is Restaurant Depot. We had the coffee shops, got a bunch of stuff there. So I've sprayed that on. I've let it sit for about 10 minutes. So now let's see what it does. Okay, that definitely helps. So okay, now I also did a spot right down here. Well, guys, I don't know if you can see that, but that seems to be working fairly well. Okay, so what can we ascertain from this? The degreaser does help loosen it up. So when you use this, it definitely helps blowing the gunked up grease and stuff off. Now, let's try another test. I have Zep cleaner, which I'm going to pour this back in the bottle, and I'm going to pour some straight Zep in here and spray that on, and we'll see which of the two products helps remove this grease better. So be right back. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. And if you let this thing sit for 5 minutes or whatever, then you definitely need to squeeze the trigger away from whatever you're working on, otherwise you'll just squirt it with a gob of water. Okay, this is the other stuff I'm using. Zep Industrial Purple Degreaser and Cleaner, and I'm using it straight up, folks, because that's how we roll here. Okay, so I've set this on for about 6 minutes or so. Sprayed over these areas again, so let's give it a look-see. Let me get you, where's my gun at? There's my gun. Well, that's still gunk in there I'm seeing, because I think, in my very unprofessional opinion, of course that stuff's kind of caked on there, I think the Restaurant Depot stuff actually works a little bit better. Can I prove that? Kind of, sort of. sprayed that stuff in here too. Trying to get you guys out of the way of the steam, but I mean, they both work. I think the Restaurant Depot stuff works a little bit better though. So what I will do is I will switch back out and just keep spraying it. You know, I mean, it's still better than trying to, you know, get into all these nooks and crannies with, you know, like a screwdriver. So let's see, there's a nasty spot right there, that nut head. You see it right there. Let's see how well this blasts it away on its own power. And when the steam clears, you know, it's actually not bad. You know, if it's not, and that's just, you know, that's probably dirt in there too, but this inside here is where the oil tank sits. So let's try it on this plastic here. Does it make the plastic soft? Oh yes, it does. It makes that plastic very soft, which is kind of handy. Because remember, when I was doing that boot, I said heat it up with a heat gun. Well, this thing will do the trick too. But I think I will switch out to the Restaurant Depot and hit this area down in here with some of it. Let my machine cool down so I can put some more water in it. It says it'll run for like 35 minutes, so I don't know, but I mean, it works. I am pleasantly surprised with it. Does it take it off one fell swoop? No, I wish it would, but you know, it is what it is. So here's the back. I don't know if you can see that down in there. That is the blinker. So when the steam clears, there you go. It does clean. So pretty happy, guys. I think this is going to be a worthwhile tool for helping to clean these nasty, crusty bikes. Fairly clean. Alright, so I will go ahead and cut this one off, because like I said, I got to turn this machine off. I'm going to let it cool, put some more water in it, and maybe I'll refill my bottle with the Restaurant Depot stuff and kind of hit at some more of this stuff over here, kind of see what it does. I mean, I'm pretty impressed for what it is. So it's 88 bucks. I know some of these high pressure, I mean, they're $1,500 and stuff. I don't want to spend that kind of money just to clean these bikes. I mean, hell, I could yank the engine. So worst case, if I wanted to be brand spanking new and painted and all that crap. So now I'm just trying to shorten some of this work, and I probably ought to do a test on, I don't have any floor mats that are really stained, but apparently it's good for getting stains out of floor mats and all that kind of good stuff. So I may have to do a part 2 to this, because I know the floor in the Ridgeline is kind of down the driveway a bit, so I'd have to bring it up here. But I know it's got some pretty good stains in the back floorboard, so I guess we could try one of those brushes on that. So that would be a good test, and if it cleans stuff like that, then I mean, I'm happy with it. But I will, I may come back here in a minute after I spray this thing down, and we'll try another little quickie test and kind of take it from there. So stay tuned. Well, howdy folks. We're going to wrap up, or attempt to wrap up, this video of this steam cleaner thing I got. The AutoRight steam cleaner. I've got it heating up at the moment. And I'm going to use my little Bissell car vacuum upholstery cleaner thing, so to suck up the excess water. All right, here's the inside of the Ridgeline, and I don't know if it's showing, how well it's showing, but you can see all these stains down here on this back floor, which sits under the seat. Nobody's going to see it anyway, but I want to see how well this thing will lift up and remove these stains without any cleaners or additives, just straight old water. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. You know, I may get the tripod, kind of aim the tripod in here, because I've only got 2 hands, and one is going to be using the steam cleaner. So anyway, let me get set up, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, we have the weapon. Let's see. We have a couple stains here. Let's shoot for these. It's going to get awful steamy in here. Probably ought to go around the other side and open up the door. But we'll see what it does for now. See if it pops the breaker. I got it on a pretty long extension cord. Alright, so it's heating up. So, heating back up. So let's kind of see how wet. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not too bad. Let me bring over my other cord. And we'll just use this other little machine to suck up any excess liquid. Yeah, it's sucking up. Should be sucking up. Okay, so we're still building the steam, but those big stains that were right here, they're tiny little spot left there, so I still need to hit another spot there. And then we still got all this yellowing farther ahead. I think I'm gonna turn the car on and roll the windows down, so it helps with the steam in here. Oh, where'd I put my key? Yeah, you guys can see I'm always so uber organized. Let's put the windows down here. Alright, so let me get the wand back. May have to fill this thing with some more water. Okay, and remember, shoot it away from whatever you're shooting because it does shoot out a stream of water at first. So let's try this section right here again. I'm shooting it right behind the camera. I've got it on the tripod, so I can't really move it. Okay. Alright, so let's go back out here. I'm going to start right there. That looks pretty nasty. You know, and there are other fittings for this thing, so maybe I ought to... Let me round up the other fittings here real quick. They're right down here in the front little cubby. Okay, so we got a stiff brush. Let's try a stiff brush, and we'll brush while we're doing this. See how that works. Oh yeah, see it? Okay, we got the stiff brush. Maybe try a little bit slower motion there instead of going nuts. Oh, we're steaming it up in here. It's looking better without using a carpet cleaner and, you know, spraying cleaner down there and sucking it back up, which still might be the best alternative, but let's see how this does. You can see where I'm going. Let me move this camera up a little bit. Okay, let me get the sucker. Well, let me get the light here. Put some light right down on it. Directly down. I mean, I know it's kind of damp, so I may have to pause this and, I don't know, get the heat gun and hair dryer, blow it, let it dry, and see what it looks like. But I mean, I can definitely see that it is taking the stains out. So that's good. That is progress. So let's go. We'll do a little bit more, and then I'll let this dry. All right. I really have no idea how long you're supposed to stay in one spot, or how fast or slow you should move it. So we're winging it. I see a stain right there. Kind of get along the back here. Let's do a little back and forth motion, or side to side, I should say. Oh, we're steamed up good in here. Wow, this works on the plastic. Let's see. Or the rubber mat. Well, makes it wet, that's for sure. But it is steam. Okay, so I see a spot right here still, which you can't see. There we are. Hitting back behind the camera, so I want to see what the color, with this being fairly clean back here, what the color difference is between the semi-clean part and the part we've been cleaning. Sup, Howdy Mama? We're videoing the steam cleaner.
Oh, that looks good.
Well, what do you think? I mean, did you see those stains in there before?
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I mean, I think it's doing pretty good. Where she can say, where's she at? There she is. Say hi.
Hi.
So,
Wow,
yeah,
it's looking good.
it is working pretty good. So, stay tuned, guys. Be right back. All right, so we're gonna finish the reach across and finish the other side of that. Hopefully I don't whack the camera too bad. I'm gonna kneel in here. I had vacuumed this out. Of course, probably didn't do the greatest vacuum job. Well, we're gonna see what she does. See if it's a worthwhile investment, as opposed to the carpet cleaner doohickey. Yeah, it says it cleans leather and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Of course, I don't know if these seats are really stained. I don't know if I can put that seat down without whacking the camera. Let me shoot a spot here and see what it does. Definitely see where that thing hit. course, I got you guys on the tripod, so you can't even see what I'm doing. Let's see here. Let's see if I can move my tripod. What I'm doing is I'm hitting part of this seat here, so we'll hit this part. And you can, once the steam clears, you can see the line between here and here, right down the center. So let's just do a section of it, and we'll let it dry. See what kind of results we get on the carpet and this tannish, taupey, whatever you call it, color, interior. Alright, so we'll let that dry. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to let all this dry. And, you know, there are some, let's actually hit that too. Because it's kind of right in through here. I can't see if it's showing up on the screen, but there's some creases and stuff, so let's see what that does. Now I'll leave a section of it blank, or well, not clean, not steam cleaned, I should say, to see once this dries if it looks any different. Well, looks better. So time will be the judge of that. Alright, I'm gonna park you guys back down here. And I'm gonna wipe this off real quick. Let me get a paper towel. Alright, so we've got that wiped off. We're going to let that dry. We're going to come back and visit that in a little bit. And we're going to let this dry for a little bit. And come back and kind of see what the end result is. So, be a short break and be right back to you guys. Well, as you can see, it's pretty well dry. It's been a few minutes. So, you know, where I've rubbed, you know, like right in here, it's still a little damp, you know, but it looks pretty good, you know, for the purposes of this video. If I was not recording it, I'd probably be a little bit more thorough with it, but I think it does a pretty good job. But what I did want to show you was the leather, and you can definitely see where I did do it, where I didn't do it, where I did do it. So especially on this color leather, you know, it does make a big, you know, pretty good sized difference. So I'm going to wrap this up and say I definitely give this thing a thumbs up because it's just simply water. So I will put a link in the description for it. And off the top of my head now, it's been a while since I started playing with this thing. I can't even remember what exactly I paid for it, but it'll be on the Amazon link if you're interested in it. And I think it does a pretty good job. So as opposed to this thing right there, a little Bissell, you know, which, I mean, it does a good job too, but you got to get carpet cleaner and, you know, and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is just water. And I know if I took my time and went through it a little bit more, I could even get a better job, which I may do off camera. I definitely wouldn't take it back. I mean, it does serve a purpose, and it worked okay, fairly decent on the bikes for as bad as they were. And on the leather stuff, especially in, this is the only car I got with this kind of color leather interior, but I'm sure it'd work on vinyl and, you know, other fabrics. You know, but I noticed the one thing that I did, kind of want to point out, is if you look close at that pattern, you know, it's got all those ventilation holes in it, and you can see in this side here, you know, a lot of those are just plugged up. I mean, this car's got 195,000 miles on it. So I think it did a pretty good job. Would I recommend it? Sure. Because if you want to steam clean, say, drapes or something like that, curtains, if, you know, people still have drapes and curtains and stuff, I mean, that'd be a great way to get wrinkles out of them, kind of steam clean them, you know, without having to take them down. Now, I do want to try, I may do another video on some of our horrendous outdoor furniture cushions and see how well it cleans those from sitting outside. You know, they get mold and, you know, green stuff growing on them. And see how well it cleans those up too. But for this purpose, for cleaning out the car, you've seen the floor before I started this, and now you see it after cleaning it, and I think it works great. So I give that a thumbs up. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and if I get other products, which I'm always getting crap, you know, then I'll do a video review on it. This little thing here, and I know I talked about it in the very beginning of the video. I don't even remember all the specs on it now and how much it holds, but it does come with an assortment of attachments, and yeah, it's really super easy to operate. You fill it with some water, you turn it on and let it build up steam, and there you go. You got a little steam cleaner. And I'll have to try to find other things, you know, like my disgusting looking pressure washer over there. Maybe I could try steam cleaning it, you know, instead of hitting it with the pressure washer, and just kind of see what kind of results I get. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, and if you did, just give me, like I said, a thumbs up and a like, and I'll have more stuff to come. So have a good one, and thanks again.